Okay, let me calm down because I'm telling you, that whole thing is crazy, but we got so much other stuff to cover. And first and foremost, since I've been doing this more regular now, like I've told you guys, I've been, for whatever reason, just late at night while, I have really late meetings. Some nights I have meetings at 1 o'clock in the morning that last until 3 in the morning. Sometimes, like the longest one was like 4:30 in the fucking morning. And imagine that I wake up every day at 9 o'clock. So that means, yeah, I'm back on that. Like, I tried getting away from that schedule of sleeping 4 hours, a night because, in all actuality, say this, you all, you all should get at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night. And some people say it's like 8 hours, sometimes more. I just feel disgusted with myself sleeping that long. I can't do it. My body won't let me do it. My brain won't let me do it, whatever. But I always have a movie on now. And let me give y'all a couple of good and bad ones. First off, I don't even know if I should, like, the bad ones were so bad that they just really they really got me. They really got me. So one of them, it was at random that I saw this and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I don't even Here's the crazy thing. I don't even know the name of it. I just want to call it Cinderella. And I know y'all thinking Cinderella. What are we doing? This? No, no, no. It is a different telling. It is a horror movie. I say that. I say that loosely. All right. We're gonna call this loosely a horror movie. About as loose as throwing a hot dog down a hooker's hole. Like, I'm just saying. Like, loosely. All right. Listen. It's supposed to be a horror movie. And honestly, I'm not gonna even joke. Good concept. Good concept. The concept of this movie was kind of, as I'm watching, I'm like, this is kind of twisted. This is kind of twisted. The concept was great. And spoiler warning on everything I talk about right now, except for one movie, and I'll tell you which movie that is when I get to it. There will be no warning on that one because I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm gonna give you the breakdown of it, like what it's about, and I'm telling you right now, you need to watch it. You need to watch it. It is such an obscure movie, but you need to watch it. All right, so back to this movie. Again, I don't know the name of it. In fact, while we're here on stream, I may as well look it up just to see if I can find the title of this movie. Um, let's see. I'm typing too fast, can't type. Yeah, that should do it right there. That's not it. None of these are it. Or is this it? And I see a different. See, I had to remember that Japanese movies sometimes have slightly different names and slightly different cover art than what you have in the States or other countries. I mean, a lot of countries have that, but Japanese shit is all over the place. Was it 2025? This is not a 2025 movie that I just watched. But this movie that I'm looking at right now looks even worse, called The Ugly Stepsister. That is not Den Steiger. Oh, that's even in German too. That is not the movie I'm talking about. I can't find the movie that I'm talking about. Is this it? 2021? Hold on. I know y'all can't see the screen, and there's a reason for that because I don't want something random popping up. Even the 2021. So, all right, listen. Here's the thing. I can't find the title of this movie. Talk about movies now. I want to watch Maximum Overdrive. I can't find the title of that movie. But let me tell you something. The concept of it, fantastic. Cinderella, a horror story. So first off, it's the same premise. Cinderella's there in the crib. She's got her stepmom, step sisters or whatever. And I'm like, okay, all right, what we doing here? It's kind of dark and twisted. It started off really weird, and so when it jumped into the actual story, I was like, what the what is happening? Because it started off with a dude murking his wife in a sick, sadistic, twisted sort of way. But while this is going on, you end up seeing this little demon in the background or whatever. So he ends up doing her in, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And by the way, what really got me was that when I figured out that this was Cinderella, my brain immediately went to being a child, and I don't think I've ever told this story, but I remember being a kid, and the family I lived with in the States, their daughter, she she was not. It's so weird because she was so much older than me. Like we had like a 8 or 9 year age gap, but she was still very much. Well, I mean, at that point though, she would have been like a teenage girl. So she still did the Cinderella thing, those types of movies or whatever. And I will never forget this. I will never forget this. The title of the movie was Cinderella. Turn on this movie, and I told her, I'm like, hey, there's this Cinderella's on. But it was live. It wasn't Disney cartoon. Let me tell y'all something right now. I think that's the moment I learned about prawn at that point. I was like, um, they naked. Like I swear to you, there was a porno called Cinderella. I'm like, now you think about that, I'm like, somebody getting sued. Like, somebody got their asses sued off for that one right there, knowing Disney. But yeah, that's what it was. So now I'm watching this movie and I'm like, watch, this gonna turn out to be a porno. Like, that's what this is gonna end up being. But no, it's a horror film. So anyway, back to the movie. Cinderella, she's there. There's another maid in the house, a little boy, and the story is that her father went to the market and just ain't came back. He ain't came back. He went for a gallon of milk, pack of cigarettes, something, and just didn't come back. So now Cinderella's sitting here with her wicked ass stepmom and stepsisters, and the maid and the kid. The maid hurts herself. And this is where you're just like, wait, what are we doing here? The maid, they murk the maid. All right. They do her dirty. The stepmom compares her to a horse that's broken its leg, and it's like, what happens to a horse that broke its leg, and I'm like, damn, they go shoot her? No, they didn't even shoot her. They didn't even give her that out. They strapped her down to a table and went in. And for the final blow, they made Cinderella come in that bitch and in the head with a mini fire poker. Done. Donezo. Now, mind you, just prior to this, said is the cover of the movie where the stepmom sitting in the chair and the daughter is sitting on a couple of corpses set up like a chair. No, the one that I have is like it's she's in a ball gown and it's half bloody, and then the background like a mansion's on fire. It's a really strange cover. That's what I mean. Like the difference in covers, the one you're looking at might be it. Could be it. But anyway, now mind you, the prince is showing up with his family or whatever, and chose to have Cinderella come to the ball. All this stuff. When I said great concept, terrible movie, this is why. Concept again, fantastic. The acting, ass. I'm talking ass acting. The script, ass. Absolute garbage. Visual effects, makeup, and I know makeup artists, they be putting in work. Ass. Don't care. Not even gonna finish that sentence. Just ass. Just terrible. Everything was terrible. other than the concept. But essentially, the rest of the movie goes like this: Cinderella, while burying the, burying the woman who's been, taking care of her since her dad's been gone. By the way, daddy's dead. Dad is dead. Stepmom did him in. Rap City, done. Just to have control. Burying her, she finds the book from the very beginning of the movie. Then like, this is how convoluted the way I'm jumping around is how this movie fucking jumped around. I'm not doing this to hurt your brains. I'm not just telling you a shitty story to make the movie shittier than what it was. No, the jumpiness of this movie is insane. So, after finding this thing, she's having bad dreams. You find out that the stepsister is in cahoots with the prince, and they're setting this whole thing up to make her look like a fool. And then the stepsister plays nice. Oh my God, you should come to the ball. And then, of course, they ruin that whole thing. But the book, the fairy godmother, is actually a demon. Gives her three wishes. What does she wish? Now, listen, listen. Disney movies are known for this thing. I have everything, but I'm gonna become a thought bot just to get a man. All right, that's the theme of Disney movies. Let's be real about it. Ariel, the bitch sang it in her song. Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Gadgets and gizmos aplenty. Who's this and what's it galore? You want thingamabobs? The bitch got 20. All right, but what did she do? I want to go live on the land and meet John, whatever the fuck his name was. You just gave up being a fucking princess of the. All right, whatever, whatever. Sold your soul to the devil. Go up there, get some dick. Well, this Cinderella film is no different. Even as a horror film, Cinderella's like, oh my God, I'm in love. Bitch, you are in love with the nigga you met 5 minutes ago? I mean, like, literally. No, 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 no. The expression of love interest in this movie is crazy for meeting somebody for 5 minutes that said all of fucking three sentences to you. Like, it's wild. So she goes to the ball, all right? She goes to the ball. She's hyped. Oh, my bad, my bad. I jumped. I jumped. So anyway, the book, the fairy godmother is the demon. All right. Her first wish is, I want to see the prince one last time. Why you say it like that? Why you say one last time? Okay, whatever. Whatever. Cool. I'm gonna let that slide. The second wish gets her all geared up. I mean, like, geared up. Like, she got the gown, she got the horse and carriage out there, everything else. And then she's like, can I make my third wish right now? And the demon says, nah, 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 nah. Hold that. You know what? Hold up. Hits her with a hold up moment and says, you'll know when to make that wish. And at this point, I already know what's going down. I'm like, we know where this is going. At this point, if the demon tells you, hold that wish until later, all right. Gets to the ball, looking good, whatever. Walks in, everybody's like, oh my God, damn, whatever. The prince plays his part, goes up, talks to Shawty, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then after she says, I love you, and I mean says it to the fact where I believed it. I was like, damn, bitch, you really, wait a minute, you really in love. You know what he does? The most disrespectful thing you can do to any. He spit in her face. I couldn't even finish the sentence. I had to just say it. He spit in her face, just bow, hit her with a bow, a smooth one, and was like, you're trash, you're filth, who could love you, bitch, like, it ain't like that, and called her a whore. Mind you, she ain't never had sex. Like, that is some straight rage bait type shit right there. That's that Nick Fuentes type shit. She's a whore. She ain't fuck nobody. Nigga, like, wait, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Yeah. Then, while she was down, he hocked a loogie on her. Like, it wasn't bad enough that you spit in her face, but you got a good cleaner and right on her. And I'm like, now this is turning into a porno. Like, this is weird. This is weird. And then it went more extreme. They're taking everything, like beating her ass. I mean, they called in the squad. Everybody walked up, took turns, put hands on her, and then start ripping her clothes off. And sure enough, Cinderella, out of nowhere, is butt naked on the floor. I'm like, what are we doing now? What are we doing? Is this really what I thought it was? Nah, nah. Because now the demon came back and was like, oh, yeah, yeah, that third wish, gone. Make that shit now. The third wish, this is why I'm saying the concept, brilliant. Because I was hyped. I was like, for all the shittiness that I've endured in this movie so far, this is where the payoff is. Her third wish comes in, I want revenge. Pow! The demon said, now listen, I'm gonna give you this. But once I give you this, you gotta understand something. It don't stop. And she was like, run the fade then. Go ahead, come through, bring all the demons. Let's murk all these fools, right? Now, mind you, the other thing that the demon had told her when she was making her wishes was, remember, at midnight or when the bell tolls, which you take that as midnight, when the bell tolls, all of this goes away. So Cinderella and the demons just commence to putting hands, feet, and everything else they possibly could into these people. Not on them, into them, ripping them apart. She done took the glass slippers off and just, pow, everybody gets it. Like she is doing them in. But the way it's happening is so fucking terrible. I'm laughing the whole time. The way I think I'm telling this story would probably get you way more hyped than when you actually see it. Don't even watch this movie. I don't know why I said when you actually see it. I'm not telling you to watch this movie. If you watch this movie, it's your own fault. You're doing it of your own risk, all right? That's all I'm saying. But they do him in, and then at the very end, it comes down to the stepmom. Like she got right here, but somehow like gets away. She's getting away. There's a group of I, I don't lords out there, and they're trying to help her. Oh, we'll help you get away. Nah, y'all done got involved in it, and they're dying too. And now Cinderella comes in, back out, glass slipper straight to her brain, skull wrapped up, out of there. Then the demon comes back. Demon came back and said, well, listen, you know what? I did everything I said I would do, gave you all that you wanted. You got to see the prince, you got to go to the ball, you did the whole rap, and I gave you revenge. So guess what? You're about to become one of my minions, roll out, go to hell. You work for me now. Cinderella spun the block and said, nah, you know what? I don't wanna. Straight up said there can be only one queen and took the glass slipper and put it to the demon's skull. And as she walked off, all the other demons are like bowing down and followed her. This is why I said great concept. You took a Disney classic and turned it into a horror movie. You just did it so shittily that it became more of a comedy to me. But again, great concept. So, you know what? If you want to watch it, I remind you, I warned you, it's done poorly. But for the story, you just might, you just might like it, except for how much it jumps around and does some weirdly ridiculous random shit. All right, concept wise though, brilliant. Anyway, next movie, I will say this right now, just don't do it to yourself. It's called Fury. Fury. I saw it and I knew I was making a mistake when I grabbed it, but I did it anyway. And that mistake lasted me maybe 30 minutes. And I was like, this is a fucking mistake. And I turned that movie off. I'll just say it now. Don't do it to yourself. It's okay. It's not worth it. But then in between, at some point during the week, I ended up watching a movie I had seen before, but then it really didn't dawn on me how much I actually enjoyed it until I watched it again, and that is Magnificent Seven. I watched The Hateful Eight a couple of months ago, which is a great movie, but I watched The Magnificent Seven sometime in the middle of this week, and that movie just it's just too good. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Will not get into any spoilers, but the last two movies, all right, this one I will not spoil at all. You need to watch it. It is so different than probably anything I would normally watch, but I was like, I saw it, why not? You know what? Give everything a little shot. It is what it is. Now, the crazy thing was this movie, well, it's called Kneecap, first off. It's called Kneecap, literally. Kneecap. It's an Irish movie that is, on some level, I believe it's based on actual events. All right. So, historically, if you guys don't know about Ireland and English, that is a terrible, terrible historical event right there. As far as all of the shit that the Irish went through, and essentially their language, the original, like their language, dying off. So the concept is there's these two brothers who, let's say, get into a bit of trouble, but how do I put this without spoiling it? Essentially, the language comes into play where they only speak their native language and won't speak the Queen's English to any kind of like official or anything like that. So the cops, whatever, all that. So the cops have to call in a teacher who speaks the language. He's a music teacher. That music teacher meets one of the boys, and inside of the boy's journal is pretty much all the information that could get him locked up, because in that journal is a like what, 12 or 16, you mean the 2024 movie? Is it called Kneecap? Is that the one you're talking about? Is it 2024, or are you back on the Cinderella one? But essentially in there it's a sheet of acid, like drops of acid. So the dude takes it and hides it, and it helps the boy get out. What the kid doesn't know is that this guy's a music teacher. He looks through and he sees, like, this dude's got lyrics in here, and he makes beats. So it works out to where the most unlikely trio of individuals get together, and this movie plays out brilliantly. Now, I don't know if you guys watch this, you will have to watch it with English language and English subtitles, because most of the movie plays out to where there are times that English is spoken, but for me, of course, it's in Japanese. So here it's Japanese with Japanese subtitles, because all most of the actual um how do I put it? Most of the actual speech dialogue is in Irish, which you're just not going to understand at all. But it is just such a brilliant movie, and shows just how fucked up history can be and what it takes to change things. And it's really honestly true, because languages are a huge, huge thing. And I've always told people, I'm like, the two things that I think that help people understand each other the absolute most: food and learning a language. Which is why, like, the States was such a brilliant concept to the idea of having this melting pot to where all these different individuals came together. And even though they all have different cultures and everything else, if you took the time to learn your neighbor's language, if they are not, like you and don't speak English, which is absolutely crazy because in the beginning, there was Italian. Well, in the beginning, Italians and Irish were treated like dogs. They were slaves being the worst, but they were next. They were next, whatever. But all these people in these areas, they had different cultures and everything else. And now look at what it is now is shit, but what it could be is absolutely brilliant. But to see languages die off because of rule by a group of individuals is fucking crazy to me, because that is an entire group's everything, their history. How do they know anything about who their ancestors were, or even at times who they are, without having the knowledge of that language? But that movie, Kneecap, and within the spelling of the name, there's like a spray painted guy. That's it right there. That's it. That movie, telling you right now, y'all, like, I promise you, watch it. It is worth the watch. And I think it'll relate to a lot of individuals who are part of this current generation. What are they, not Gen Z, or what the fuck? Yeah, millennials are done like Gen Z. I think it'll relate to them a lot. A lot. Even for individuals who might look at the theme of the movie being kind of screwed up, like, adults and different things like that, they might look at it and say, well, why did it have to be this, and this? The drug references, the, whatever. I think that's actually, I think it's really strong as a part of the narrative to how it all a mix between Gen Z and Alpha. So yeah, this generation right now. But like I was saying, that I think the drug reference and everything else, it is a very strong relation to this movie, because of, especially because of one specific part, because it proves just how, like, contradicting and manipulative individuals can be. And I won't say what that is in case you watch that movie, but I think you'll get, just remember this right here. DDR. I think that's the name of the group. Even if it's not, if you watch the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just I want to talk about it fully, but I just don't want to spoil it. But anyway, the next movie. When I saw this, all right, as soon as I started watching, I'm like, is this a video game? And then I realized it actually is a video game. And I don't know how I didn't know this was a video game, or how I have not played said video game. But it's called Exit 8. Spoiler alert, I am going to spoil this movie right now, right now, because it kind of pissed me off. This was great. This movie was great. As soon as I watch it, I'm like, this has got to be a video game, which forced me to look up, where does Exit 8 come from? What is this Exit 8? Like, all this shit. And it's like Exit 8 video game, and then Shinkansen, and like so on and so. There's like 3 or 4 different video games that are made around this concept. Exit 8 starts off. This is Japan for you right here. Guy's on the train, got his headphones in, listening to music. Something's going on. He takes the headphone out for a second, and there's a baby crying. I'm gonna say this right now. This part infuriated me. Absolutely infuriated me. And I've seen this happen once here, and and it brings up something else I was going to talk about, because shit's been going weird on the trains lately. All right, but anyway, the baby's crying, and there's like, it is packed on the train. It's rush hour. So somewhere, depending on where they're at, it's between, I'd say, 5:30 in the evening to maybe 8 o'clock in the evening. All right, because at that point in time, everybody's just getting off of work. So on and so forth. The baby's crying, and the Japanese man in front of him on the side, like yells, and I'm talking yells. The baby, like, how when kids get scared, they catch their breath and then go right back to crying. He yelled so loud that it was convincing enough to make that baby catch its fucking breath, hiccup, and then go back to crying. And the mom is sitting there apologizing. Like, bro, nobody did anything. Nobody. In fact, our main character, he puts his headphone back on, acting like he didn't hear a thing. Now, when I said I saw this actually happen here, it wasn't during rush hour. It happened one day when I was on the way here, and I think I told you guys about this. I just about lost my shit on Oji-chan, like a grandpa. I about lost it on him because this couple had gotten on, and their kid started crying a little bit, whatever. Now, here's the thing. I'm sorry, did I say it wasn't a couple? Because that woman was by herself, and there was another woman with her. And no, I'm not saying they can't be a couple or whatever. No, no, they just weren't. They weren't a couple. Exit 8 movie in theater April 10th. Was that this last year? April 10th? Oh shit! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Are you telling me that it's coming out in the States in April? Hold on. Clear this up for me right now before I say anything else. Now I gotta look this up. It hasn't come out in the States yet? Am I like spoiling some shit for y'all right now? Hold on. Oh shit. Yo, I'm sorry, y'all. Yo, let me stop. I'm going to stop right now. I had no clue. My bad. My bad. Okay, listen. I will not spoil this movie. I will not spoil this movie. All I will say is you need to go and watch it. I thought, see, that's what's fucked up. Okay, that is my bad, 100%. Movie record, bro. I was about to give y'all the whole story right now. Capsulate it, but I was about to give it all. Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. This movie, it's great. And I hope that they don't change a thing about it because I hope you all get the same ending that we got. What I will say about it though, the ending is probably going to piss you off. Now, here's the thing. The ending, it's could be a good ending, but I think it's all in how you interpret it, which brain you're going to be using. So when I say which brain you're going to be using, where's the needle and thread? I got to do some stitching. Oh, no, no, no. So here's the thing. Western movies play out a certain way. Eastern movies play out different. That's just what it is. And the reason for that is the culture in and of itself. All right. The ideals, whatever. At the same time, the one thing that movies in both sides of the worlds do that this movie actually does as the ending is open to your interpretation. The sad part about it, though, is what you see. Well, to me, that last like 3 minutes of the movie, The reason why it made me so mad was because I'm like, if this motherfucker didn't, I just wanted to punch a screen. Like that's how I felt about it. I won't say what it is that he did or didn't do, but you're supposed to believe that he did. The only thing is, here, knowing people here, they're probably like, he didn't. And it's also left that way, I think, because they could actually make the other movies of the other games because of that ending. All I'm gonna say is this: I apologize first off because I almost ruined that movie for fucking everybody who watches this. Just go and watch it when it comes out. You will not, you will not be disappointed. And if you've actually played the game or seen the game played or anything like that, and you're a fan of it, I guarantee you, you're gonna like this movie. And what I ended up doing after watching it, I watched a few quick clips of people actually playing that game, and I was like, they could have done more here, they could have done more there, whatever. But that movie is, man, it is so actually close to the game. I was like, fuck. And that's what I think that's what made it so cool too, is that the concept of the game, it's it's not that complicated. And so they didn't overcomplicate it in the movie either. But you become a trailer to movie cinema and movie fans. We need the needle and thread. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I cannot I cannot give the rest of this movie. Damn it. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I didn't know. I didn't know. All right. I didn't know. I'm literally in on this one. I'm actually in the future, bitch. Like, yo. Oh my gosh. I wonder if we can pull up a quick what I will do is see if I mean there has to be um mm, 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 mm. I hope I don't get hit for this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give y'all the trailer. Give y'all the actual trailer.
転職ってどっかに相談できねえかな。
リクルートエージェント。
でもまずは自分で。
毎日ぎゅうぎゅう詰めの電車乗って会社行って同じこと繰り返して、そっちの方が地獄みたいで、そっちの方が地獄みたいで、そっちの方が地獄みたい。
Did I mute myself? Yeah, my bad. I listen, I didn't do it on purpose. I hit something on here and I didn't know I hit it. And what I was saying was I was looking for a trailer, and when I started it, yeah, yeah. When I started it, I'm like, damn, I'm about to take a copy claim because of that. All right, good. As long as you guys can hear me now, I'm gonna take the copy claim because they're gonna hit me for this song. All right, so yeah, I didn't realize it. It actually has subtitles to it too. But what I was saying was, so you can actually watch it on YouTube based on. Did I open? Oh, okay, you can watch it on YouTube. It shows there for sale. I don't know if you guys can watch it in the States. Here, I guess you can. And it says rated G. It is not a rated G film by any standards other than the fact that I forget that is Japanese standards. When it comes to the US, it's going to be rated something different. But anyway, let's go ahead and finish watching this real quick.
がすごくみたいです。そっちの方がすごい。
すいません。8番出口ってどこですか？ご案内。家を見つけたらすぐ引き返すことは。
That rule one, that is the most important rule to, well, I mean, it's the first, yeah, it's the most important rule. Everything else afterward is subsequent to rule number one. All right? Follow rule number one.
家が使わなかったら引き返さないこと。増えた。家を見逃さないこと。
Pow.
引き返す。
迷われてます。なんかやましいことあったりして。
Nah, that scene right there, I'm not even playing. Yo, that scene right there had me like, listen, if the lights go out, just run. Immediately run. Don't don't stand around, don't do shit. Just run.
悪いことしたから出られないとかですかね。
Yeah, so that's the movie I was talking about right there. Like, I'm not kidding y'all. He said pass. Nah, nah, nah. Trust me. Trust me. You have to watch that movie. It is, if you're a fan of horror movies or movies like video games that become movies, that's it. That's it. And from what I understand, like I have to look more into it, but that video game, I guess the game was more like a cult sort of thing, and it's an independent developer. They have it set as an adult-rated movie. That's all I know. The movie theater doesn't want anyone under the age of 17 watching it, at least where I live. Okay, that makes sense. It's not. I don't think it's that bad, but I could see it. Yeah, PG-13 it ain't making it, or it doesn't really deserve. That adult that's about, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll take that. When did you become the only one inside of a mall? That's one hell of an echo. That's not a mall. That's not a mall. And we hearing you echo. So is the echo gone now? You know what? I think keystrokes are turned on here, and I didn't turn them on because I didn't even touch anything that time. One of the secondary audio captures popped in. Yeah, keystrokes have to hold on. I'm gonna kill this other one here and this one. Is that fine? All right. But no. That's not a mall. That's actually the subway station. That's what makes it so fucking good and so horrifying too. That's that part of it is what makes that movie just yeah. He's trying to find exit 8 and just can't do it. So anyway, yeah. That is I think that's all the movie reviews this week. There you go. Need a drink. So yeah, the ones I would say most definitely watch when it comes out, Exit 8 and that movie Kneecap. I know that's the subway section. I was just saying the echo sounds like you. Oh, okay. But yeah, Kneecap, well worth it. If you've never watched the Magnificent Seven, definitely. If you want a good concept, shitty everything else, that Cinderella movie. I'll try and find the name of it. I have no idea because I can't find it. So yeah, so that's all on that. Now. All right, where's it at? Oh, and speaking of